Excuse me. It's always after I scream. I just have to sneeze. I don't know what it is. Oh, well, hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Seek Hearts running on Nintendo Switch. Good work in Barreltown. I received a report saying it was thanks to you we were able to arrest Mayor Gaston so quickly. Chief Gordon, what happened to the residents after that? To tell you the truth, there were unfortunately few survivors, especially when it came to the town officials. All of them lost their lives in that attack. I see. You have nothing to be sorry for. I'm confident you did all you could at the time. As for the survivors, they're being sheltered at guild facilities. You can rest easy about that. Also, regarding Barreltown itself, the search for the missing and debris removal efforts finished last night. Restrictions placed on entry have since been rescinded, but I still ask you use caution in any case. We'll be sure to keep that in mind. Chief Gordon, has there been any reported sightings of mechanoids since? No, neither have there been any mechanoids or rovers located. The mechanoids that have gone haywire in the ferry pass and breeding ground are still there, but the only still sane in any settlement are Izen and Blaze. The situation is worse than I could have imagined. Being controlled by Mecha Fairy, we can probably safely assume the mechanoids are with her. If they went of their own free will, I won't stop them, but if she's forcing them to follow her, my companions and I'll take them back. You hear that, Mecha Fairy? Chief Gordon, I heard you communed with the time-lost fairy. Have you learned anything new? Yes, there seems to be no doubt both Mecha Fairy and A47G2A seek to destroy the world. However, the time-lost fairy didn't know where they were hiding. According to her, Mecha Fairy is able to create an altered dimension, so there's a definite possibility she and those with her are hiding in such a place. Moreover, being called a fairy herself, there must be some meaning to it. Mecha Fairy is a different kind of fairy than the great fairies we know, but to an extent she may be able to harness the same powers as they do. Accordingly, the time-lost fairy suggested we would deduce where Mecha Fairy is hiding based on her powers. To do that, we need 2 artifacts capable of emitting incredible amounts of energy. Once we find them, we'll need to turn them over to the time-lost fairy. That's our next objective and your mission. You'll do it, right? You can count on us. Like Izen said. Let me give you this map, Blaze. What you're looking for should potentially be in the form of a box at the heart of the factory I marked on it. We're on it. Let's go, Garnet. Right. Alright, you 4. We'll meet up later. Okay, please be careful. Then we should look for the same artifact too. Yes, the place I'll have you travel to is a factory northeast of Barreltown by the name of the Sealed Coffin. At the heart of the place should be an artifact that resembles a box as well, but... Is there a problem? Actually, the factory is incredibly small inside. I believe there's a secret passage somewhere, but we failed to locate one thus far. Yeah, it's quite possible it's similar to the Steel Cemetery. Now that you bring it up, both are factories. Then you have an idea of what to do? Yes, we should be able to make some headway if I'm with them. Then I'll trust you. Then I'll trust you know what you're doing. If you find out you can't make any progress, return here. We'll consider another plan then. Okay. For now, be sure you're extra cautious. If an army of giant ants suddenly poured in after you opened a hidden door, you could be covered in them and devoured without even a finger left. I pray nothing like that happens to you, but... I'm already starting to feel my skin crawl. Do you think I'll be eaten if that happens? Your body should survive, but your hair will probably be toast. That'd be a huge problem. I'll have to protect it with my life. What's with you joining in now, Cants? But even if you run into a situation like that, I believe you can overcome it. If that's really what you thought, then please don't mention all the other horrible stuff to start with. Let's head for the sealed coffin. I'm right behind you. Alright, where's this place? It's... This is definitely a dead end. Except it's built like the steel graveyard, so there should be a way through here. This is where you come in, Izen. I'll give it a try. Just like I thought. Yes, with this out of the way. Clank, clank, clank. Huh, what was that? Maybe there really is an army of giant ants here. If that were the case, then they'd have to be wearing metal armor, or perhaps that sound was. Mechanoids. Intruders discovered. Switching to elimination mode. Let's deal with them. That was a surprise. Did the mechanoids here go haywire like in Fairy Pass? No, they refer to us as intruders. I'm sure they were originally set here to protect this place. We can bet there'll be more of them to deal with beyond here. It wasn't ants, but the guild's chief prediction was spot on. Well, that first wave of mechanoids appears to be gone. Let's take advantage of it and keep going. Guessing blanket? What the heck? Such weird names. The door appears to be locked. However, there's a place that looks as if a card can be inserted into it. The door has number 201 written on it. We don't seem to have the corresponding card for this door in our inventory. Door has number 323 written on it. Okay. 103. I wonder if this card will work. One. Hmm? Three, 2, 3 card. Finally tracked you down, F26E4. Hmm? It seems Memory Bank 001 did not malfunction after all. I cannot tell you how happy I am to see you again. That is because 300 years ago, when our communications were severed, I thought everyone had shut down. And you are Tristan's descendant. Huh? Except you look nothing like him. Luca, is this her? There's no doubt about it. That's a mecha fairy. Now, F26E4, return to me. That I refuse. I have no intention of exterminating the human population with you. F26E4? Why? I see now. When our communications were severed, you must have lost all of your memories. Then I will convey his will to you again. Our creator, Tristan. In order to free the world from its reliance on the powers of the great fairies, used a fairy stone to create me 350 years ago. We then created the Iron Knights, Mechnoids, and Iron Cradles for that plan. However, Tristan was murdered by the hands of foolish humans. That is why those of us remaining must carry out his plan. Tristan wished for a future where we wouldn't need the great fairies' powers? Why would you have to kill humans for that? You ask such strange questions. If a human is dead, that is one less reliant upon their powers. Is that really what Tristan wanted? Yes, it is exactly what he desired. Now I say to you again, return to me, F26E4. You may also bring this descendant of Tristan if you wish. I am sure he will allow us to preserve one of his bloodline. My answer is still the same. I refuse. We're not going to let you take him without a fight. Very well then. If you will stand in my way, then you shall receive no special treatment. F-26E4, I command you to kill these hindrances. Izen? Clara. Luca, cats. Run. Izen. Okay, Izen, if you really want to kill me, I won't stop you. That's because it's you who decided to. Clara, what are you... But there are also others I want to protect. That's why, although I don't want to, I will fight you if I'm forced to. But before we fight, I want you to tell me one thing from your own mouth, not anyone else's. Do you want to kill me, Izen? Clara. I want to protect you. Clara. I feel the same way about you, Izen. I won't follow your orders, Mecha Fairy. I'm not F-26E4. My name is Izen. Are you alright, Clara? Yes, I'm fine. I just got a little nervous is all. I need to apologize to you. For what? I nearly hurt you. I'm really sorry. Please don't apologize. I'm not worried about it. However, there's no need for you to apologize. Besides, isn't there something else you want to say to me? Clara. It wasn't F-26E4. It was because you wanted Izen I was able to come to my senses. I can't thank you enough. Yes, well, you're welcome. I swear, surprising us like that. Yes, I regret my actions. Something feels lacking in your apology. I'm sorry beyond imagination. Punish me however you want. Please let me prove my remorse with every fiber of my being. Is the very least I wanted you to say. You said that now, so it's probably sufficient. It doesn't mean anything unless you say it. Even if your powers are undesirable, then as long as you don't use them, there's no problem. I'm guessing there's nothing more to worry about, is there? No. Then let's look for the artifact we came to find. Wait, you! I want an apology! Oops. Weapon orb. I'll operate it. You found me. You found me, I see. I'm member 0318 of the Title Association. I'm going to give you the title Fairy Protection. See ya. Spore Aqua Heal completed. treasure over there. That doesn't look like a typical mechanoid. Let's find out what it's doing here. Intruder detected. Initiating final security protocols. Here that giant thing comes. It looks like it recognized us as an enemy. It resembled the weapon created by Gaston and his accomplices, doesn't it? Except it appears it'll be an even bigger problem for us. We should be able to defeat it. No, we will. Now let's take it down. Well, we really didn't have stuff. Just land cells. Heat finger. Oh, it reflects. Okay, I didn't know that. Armament drive. Activating weapons increases the damage they deal to enemies. In addition, individual weapon effects are triggered. After 3 consecutive turns, it will deactivate. The armament drive can only be activated once per battle. No, I don't need that. I need a spell or a skill or something. Attack with earth-based magic. Yeah, there we go. Error, error, error. There don't appear to be any other enemies here. The time loss fairy said the artifact was shaped like a box, right? Then how about this one? It fits the bill. I sense a powerful invisible energy coming from it. It seems to have quite a large amount stored within it. It looks like this is it. Let's take it with us. We need to give this to the time loss fairy, right? Yep, which means our next stop is Time Lost Falls. Oh no. What is it? We forgot we would need an intercessor to communicate with the time loss fairy. Did you forget? I've got Izen and you've got Izen and me, so there should be no problem. Izen is one thing, but I was pretty sure you couldn't hear the Great Fairy's voices clearly, or am I mistaken? I can hear them better than you. Oh, have you come too? Blaze, Garnet, and Nancy. It's nice to see you all again. Well, speak of the devil. Devil? Oh, could it be you wish to become an intercessor? No. Have you still not given up on that idea? Of course not. If you don't mind my asking, why are you here with Blaze and Garnet? In order to communicate with the Great Fairy here, we had no choice but to get the help of an intercessor. That's why, before coming here, we went to look for one in Malachite Town. And the one who heard them asking around there was me. Like you, Izen, I believe Blaze can also hear the voices of the Great Fairies, so I asked him to accompany me here, especially since he was already coming this way. We should have figured that would be the case. You don't appear to have changed any. Yourselves either. That reminds me, Izen, we ran into Mecha Fairy when we went to retrieve some artifact earlier. She appeared to you too? From the looks of things, it seemed you were also able to reject her commands. Commands? Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, she did get all bossy with me, but I got sick of it and drove her off. By bossy, don't you mean her ability to control other mechanoids, right? I'm fairly certain he was ordered to do something, but he didn't want to and refused. Oh, that? Well, she did say to kill Garnet, which made me even madder than I already was when she showed up in the first place. Doesn't look like we have to worry about this joker, does it? In a different way from you, anyways, Izen. Now we're all together. Let's go see this Great Fairy. Don't take the lead when you don't know the way there. Good call. Then by all means, lead on, brother. I'm not your brother. Now back up and give me my space. Oh, you're stifling me. I know, what an interesting crew, huh? Way over here, no? Please give me those artifacts. Hand it over cube artifacts. Thank you. Now I'll try to commune with the Time Lost Fairy. Izen, please. What is this place? Huh, the world where the great fairies live. I see we meet again, Izen. And you are Blaze, are you not? That's right. You must... Which must mean you're the Time Lost Fairy. I thought you'd look more like a human, but you're much closer to a monster. Blaze. What? It's not that I worship the great fairies. However, your words are borderline blasphemy. Did I prick a nerve? Sorry about that. It wasn't my intent. No, it is fine. Let us hurry and try to locate Mecha Fairy. Up until just now, my powers were uncertain, like a fog, but through these artifacts I can perceive her whereabouts clearly. Northwest of here is a lone island near UK Village. You will find the entrance to an altar dimension where she shrouds herself in secrecy. However, it will not be easy for those of you who are not fairies to set foot in that place. Inform me through an intercessor when you make for the place. I will create a gate using my powers so you will be able to enter the dimension. We'll be sure to do that. Now, can I ask you one thing? What is it? Mecha Fairy was created using a fairy stone. Do you also sense the same from us? This is the first time I have heard such a stone was used in her creation, but that explains a lot. If it had been me, I would have been fearful and attempted to hide it from others. As for yourselves, you have nothing to worry about. I do not sense that same kind of energy coming from you two, meaning that is not the case. I see you are concerned about the same things. You who have bodies of metal. The actions of Mecha Fairy and the reason for her creation, everything about her is evil. However, she is also one life born into this world. To at least prevent her from compounding any more evil, you must end her life. Understood. Roger that. Welcome back, Izen. Were you able to hear the Time Lost Fairy's voice too? Yeah, we had a good talk. About the place the Time Lost Fairy said Mecha Fairy was hiding. It seems the entrance is northwest of here, on a lone island near UK Village. Near UK Village? Then if Mecha Fairy were to attack somewhere, first it would be... I won't let that happen. Izen. That's why we're here. It is, isn't it? Except that island should be surrounded by sheer cliffs due to the heavy erosion, so it'll be difficult to land a ship anywhere. I know. What about Zephyr back at your hideout? He can fly, right? Sorry to say this, but he's still being repaired. How much longer will it take? Not much as far as time goes. It's a part we need. We need an artifact with 3 interlocking gears, but we haven't had much luck at finding one. 3 interlocking gears? That sounds like something Altia may have found in the past. She appeared to be so fond of it, so I buried her with it. What? It's in a grave? In light of the circumstances, we have no choice but to open it. I'm sure she'd have no qualms either. Then that's what we'll do. Please, we're going after this necessary artifact. I hear you. After we return Nancy to town, we'll head back to our hideout and get things ready. Once you have the artifact, bring it there. Okay, got it. That reminds me, something the Time Lost Fairy said made me wonder a bit. I asked her whether or not a fairy stone was used to create me. After I learned one hadn't been, she mentioned someone else had asked the same thing. That was me. You communed with the Time Lost Fairy too? Yep. That's because I came to the realization I'm half fairy myself. I'm now able to hear her voice clearer than before. But when I explained to her about my body, she told me to live for the fairy who was sacrificed to create me. That's why I've made up my mind not to worry about it anymore. Really? I'm glad for you, Luca. Me too. Having those powers, I thought the Time Lost Fairy would have a haughty attitude, but surprisingly she was rather nice. I think I may like her a bit now. Tell that to Nancy. I'm sure she'd be glad to know that, including the fact you were able to commune with a great fairy. Give me a break. I'm still at the age I want to keep researching. That aside, let's hurry and find the artifact we need. Now, where can we find Altia's grave? You said it was in Goldora Town before, right? Yeah, we can get to it through a tunnel that runs under Travis's house. Now let's head there. It's been a while since we were last here, hasn't it? What is it, Clara? Mecha Fairy's objective is to eradicate us humans from the world, right? But it was Tristan who desired to free us from our reliance on the Great Fairy's powers. I just can't help think these two aren't one and the same. Are you trying to say either Mecha Fairy has mistaken Tristan's orders, or she was ignoring them and acting on her own ambitions? But it makes sense to think that Mecha Fairy and her minions are doing... what her minions are doing is based on the objective to eradicate all humans. Especially considering the 3 advanced mechanoids, which you happen to be one of. Your battle capabilities, if used against the Great Fairies, could destroy them and cause mankind's decline. Against of us, they could wipe us out. Blaze's specialty in communication. Blaze's specialty is communication. If it were used by our enemies, it'd be possible to destroy us from within. As for making human mechanoid hybrids using Altia's procreative abilities, it may have been a way to contrive enhanced battle capabilities. With Tristan himself being dead, we can only guess, but the idea isn't exactly unreasonable. Maybe it's just me overthinking things, but I probably think the way I do because I wish for it to be that way. Izen, Blaze, and Altia, for them to have been created for the sole purpose of killing humans would be such a sad fate. Clara, it's true I may have been originally created to eradicate you all. However, it is my desire to protect you. I won't let Mecha Fairy and her minions do as they please. I believe you won't. I'm sorry for taking so much time thinking about this. Let's go visit Travis at his home. Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Yeah, I don't remember where this is. The door is locked. Mm-hmm. I hope you don't mind us barging in. Of course not. I'm glad to see you all. What can I do for you today? It's about Altea. We're here to open her grave. Huh? Wow! Hey, that hurt! Come on, don't you know how to take a joke? Luca. We're actually here to pay our respects. Also, among her belongings is one we need to defeat Mechafairy. That's what we came for. I see now what you mean by opening her grave. However, for you to tell anybody else about Altea, I must say I'm a little surprised. I thought it wise to tell them about her. In that case, you'll find her grave through there. Thank you. So, Izen, was it? Be sure to look out for Gantz going forward. Travis, I'll do that. Izen. You know what? Let's just go. Agreed. This is the place. Now, let's open it up. This is it. The thing Altea called a tri-component. Found tri-component. If we use this, Zephyr should be able to fly again, right? But what's that you took out with it? Altea's core. I thought she'd also like to see this flight through the end. That is, if you don't mind. Of course not. I appreciate it. Meh, you're a good guy, aren't you? Our business here is done. Let's return to Liberatus' hideout. Hey, didn't you just blush now, Gantz? Show me those red cheeks some more. Shall we go ourselves? Yes. Is it the other way? I don't know. Okay, where are we going now? There. I see you're back. Did you bring the part? Yes, it's right here. Hand it over to Tri-Component. How intriguing. This really does look like 3 gears stacked on top of each other. We're ready, too. Let's head over to the warehouse. Rev's engine. It's been a long time coming, but it's time for his debut. People call him the King of the Skies. Can you guess who he is? Well, can you? I bet you'll never believe it, but that's right. It's me, Zephyr, Rev's engine. What's the deal with him? Did his brains get scrambled while we were gone? If they did, this is terrible. He's the only artifact like him anyone has ever found. Where can we get a replacement? You all can be so sarcastic, can't you? It's a talking artifact. What do you expect? Ever since we told him we could fix him, he's been acting like this. We can't help it, he's so annoying. My time has finally come. Rev's engine. Okay, what a choice. Several days later, Calcedo City, Guild Headquarters. The day has finally arrived, hasn't it? How are you feeling? Never better. Good. Zephyr can only carry a total of 5 people. That's why it'll only be you who will be infiltrating Mecha domain. You should anticipate a hard fight. Even so, the remaining Legionnaires are preparing for an attack by her and are on standby in each region. Don't worry about us and put your focus on pulling out all the stops. We'll be sure to do that. Let the Time Lost Fairy know they're leaving now. Will do. About the time you board Zephyr, a way connecting to where Mecha Fairy lies in wait should be opened. I also took a test drive on Zephyr earlier, and I must say, that was quite the Well, we should expect as much from you, which on the contrary makes me feel quite a bit more relieved. Also, we went along and it was one wild ride. What? That's the last thing I wanted to hear. Huh? Did I say something wrong? Well, not to worry. I'll be with you. Yeah. It sounded like Zephyr must be waiting, so we should be going ourselves. I suppose that's right. Izen, Clara, Luca, Gantz, and Blaze. The fate of the world is now in your hands. Understood. Oh, he's not going to say something else? I'm a little surprised. What do we have here? A mechanoid with a most intriguing design. Can I invite you to come to my place? For what? Don't get involved with them. Let's go. I'll take your advice. Oh, wait! I'm not someone suspicious. I'm a mechanized weapon designer. You know, the base of them is created by rovers and finishing touches are placed by mechanoids, right? But it is humans who think up their function and design. I am one of those designers, and a rather famous one in my field at that. I don't know who you are, but I'm aware humans are involved in creating mechanized weapons. Now, what does a designer like you want with me? Actually, I have been in a slump. You see, I have been having trouble coming up with any good designs. However, after seeing you, I got a brilliant one. Now I am begging you to come to my workshop. No. You turned me down flat, I see. I know. You're all Legionnaires, right? I have seen you frequent the guild headquarters. If it's too much trouble to stop by my workshop, then I would like you to collect some bizarre artifacts that will stimulate my senses instead. Let me see. 3 from the Steel Cemetery should be more than plenty. I take it that should not be a problem? Yeah, sure. No, it was the Steel Cemetery, right? Will you really go for me? Are you serious? I'm fairly certain we're not obligated to help this old man. I would hate for him to try to get back at me later by creating a weapon with me as a motif for not helping him. I don't think we need to worry about him like we do the guild chief. I highly doubt he's gone as far as to consider something that outlandish. A design with your motif? Now that sounds interesting. It appears you shouldn't have opened your mouth. In any case, it looks like we can't refuse him now. Unless you want to end up as a motif, we don't have much choice but to help him with what he wants. That's right. Now I want you to collect me 3 bizarre artifacts from the Steel Cemetery. We're on it. Okay. Back to the steel factory? Brev's engine. I've been waiting forever for you boys and girls to get out here. Alright, I'll give you a brief rundown on how Zephyr flies. Just leave everything to me, starts the Rev engine. Excuse me, but would you mind not being so loud? But that's supposed to be my signature move. When standing atop Zephyr, a right icon will appear in the lower right of the screen. Pressing the A button will cause the party to board, while in flight the ocean and mountains can be crossed over. To deboard, press the A button with when the get off icon is displayed. Caution, plains and deserts can be boarded on. Mountains, forests, towns, obstacles, wilderness, and oceans cannot be. Well, I guess that's all about there is to it. I It sounded like the beginning of the end, doesn't it? The Time Lost Fairy appears to have opened a portal to Mecha Fairy's dimension. It was on a lone island near UK Village, right? That's right. Now, let's go. Okay, let us stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching Seek Hearts running on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.